Let's kick off. The race to be the fittest man and woman on planet Earth came to a close last night at the 13th CrossFit Games in Madison, Wisconsin. And of course, it was Australian athlete Tia-Clair Toomey who claimed her place as the fittest woman for the third year in a row, while American athlete Mat Fraser picked up his fourth fittest men title. So just in case you've missed the games and what it took for these athletes to claim the title along with a cash prize of $300,000 each, well, to break it all down, joining us now over Skype is seasoned CrossFit coach and this year's games commentator, Dr. Bo Babenko. Bo, a lot has happened in the past 24 hours, I want to say. Fierce competition between Mat Fraser and Noah Ohlsen. Break it down for me.
Thanks, Faraz. Yeah, going into day 4 yesterday, Sunday, there were 300 points up for grabs, 3 different events, 10, 11, and 12. Mat Fraser received a penalty earlier in the competition that cost him 22 points, so he found himself down 35 points with all these points up for grabs. He stated in a number of interviews that he was going to leave it all out on the floor, and we saw that. He certainly did, looking superhuman. While the other men remaining in the competition looked like they were slowing down a bit, he had to drop to single repetitions. Mat Fraser, more determined than ever in the last 4 years that we've even seen, where he's been more dominant. This was his shining moment, I think, and he's truly a legend, claiming his 4th title in 4 years.
It definitely was neck to neck. And then moving to the women's event, Tia was clearly in the lead and hard to chase. What were some of her biggest strengths at the event?
Yeah, she is the fittest woman on earth, and part of that, Faraz, is not having one strength. In fact, they kept throwing at least 12 tests at her in this competition, and she showed dominance across the board, especially into those last day or so. She won the swim paddle relay, so an endurance-based event, dominated there. Actually beat all the men. The men and the women went at the same time, and she actually beat all the men as well, showing good fun there. And then also dominating the strength event, the clean ladder, an Olympic weightlifting movement, where she has also actually competed for Australia on the international level on the Olympic weightlifting stage. So just complete dominance all around.
It was so inspirational to see both of the men and the women's category and the team's category compete. It was so inspirational. So, Bo, let me ask you this. As a former CrossFit coach here in Dubai, and of course you're training out there in States, what do you think is required for athletes here in the UAE to improve and to work hard on in order to get, to the top of the leaderboard at the Games?
Yeah, they continue to be testing fitness. By definition, is work capacity over broad time and modal domains. It's almost becoming this ultra marathon event, 4 days, 12 events. The capacity you have to be able to demonstrate is what they're really looking for. And you saw Tia and Mat display that above everyone else. These are full-time jobs these athletes undergo. You think that 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, or sorry, in Dubai, I'm here in America, Sunday to Thursday, excuse me, is tough. These guys are 24/7. They are working all year round. They are probably already planning 360 days from now or so for next year's 2020 CrossFit Games. This is something that you have to be dialed in with your nutrition, your sleep, your recovery, your body work, everything. It has to be lined up. If you're not pushing that kind of level, you're not going to get too far in this competition.
So now the top 2 athletes are going to be making their way to the Dubai CrossFit Championships, which takes place in December. Do you think it's going to be, is it safe to say it's going to be a breeze for them to win at this event, or the requirements are different?
Yeah, definitely not a breeze. I've gotten the chance to participate back in 2015 at the Dubai Fitness Championship. A lot of the Games athletes that came in internationally actually said this was one of the hardest challenges. In fact, they went ahead and said this was harder than the CrossFit Games previously. So they've been making a lot of changes, and I think it comes down to the brilliance of the organizers at the DFC and how they're going to make it more entertaining, more fun for the spectators, and definitely not a breeze. I expect them to struggle, but it's very valuable at this point. The Dubai Fitness Championship actually gets you a ticket to the 2020 CrossFit Games, so the athletes that are going to show up there are definitely going to be determined, and it's going to be a great show.
Now, is CrossFit still a sport for young athletes, or have you seen a shift between, experienced athletes taking over, or having an advantage, rather?
Yeah, when we're talking about the sport of fitness here at the CrossFit Games, not CrossFit as an activity where we also have masters going, teens going, competing for their fittest in the age groups. There's something that's to be said about CrossFit being good for the entire age population. But here at the Fittest on Earth, the age range that we're looking at is right in between that mid-20s to early and right about 30. So the top 10 males, we saw the age range from 23 to 31, and the females 18 to 33. So that's about the age range you need to be peaked at. Again, that 18-year-old to 33-year-old, kind of a little bit outliers, and something if you're looking to stay fresh, you got to have that age on your side.
Well, like I said, Bo, was so inspirational, and thank you for joining us. That's all we got time for. That was Dr. Bo Babenko joining us from the U.S. through Skype.